I'm the program manager here at the MFRC.
And we have our executive director, Margaret Reed, sitting in with us too.
I muted mine, Carolyn.
Oops. Can everybody hear me okay? So, can you change the next slide, Jonathan, please?
Sure.
Thanks. Okay, so I wanted to start with our initial contact. So the first thing that we get when a new family's coming in is a posting message. And all of our materials online, printed, they're all bilingual. So we send out a welcome email, and it's tailored specifically to the family type. So whether they're single, they have a partner, they have children, just to let them know about the GMFRC and what we offer here. And we also send out a welcome package when they've confirmed and they've given us their mailing address. And we have an adult welcome package. I wasn't quite sure how we were going to do this, but can everybody see that? It just has a brochure about our center, about 14 Wing Greenwood, and it also has a letter and waste management here in Nova Scotia. It's got quite a few good resources. And we also have a youth welcome package, and it's in a pizza box because, hey, youth like pizza. And we have a coupon in here for one free 9-inch pizza with topping. We've got a neat bag and a USB stick, earbuds, pens. Oh yeah, families can also request to have a youth package. Next up, they get to the center and they have to clear in through us. And they can choose to get a tour of the facilities. And if they haven't received a welcome package prior, they can opt in for one then. And then they can also get a welcome call. And if we have a Francophone family, we have people who speak French, like myself, can call in French. And then we also do home visits. We live in Greenwood, which is a rural community, so we're all pretty close. So it's we can get volunteers to go out during the day, and they go out 2 at a time to visit families who requested a visit. And we give them a little jar of Nova Scotia honey. Okay. And then in September, so after the busy posting season is pretty well done, we have something called Greenwood 101. And that's a bus tour that we do of Greenwood and the surrounding areas. And like I said, Greenwood's pretty small, so we can cover quite a few towns. Okay, next slide, please. The next step is community integration. So we have something in September called the Wing Welcome Rexpo, where we all set up at the Fitness and Sports Center, and a lot of community businesses come out too, and families can come in and look around, and they get freebies, and they find it in their community. Information, we're really good at getting information out. We have a newsletter, constant contact, and it's just to let families know what's happening here, how can we help, the services that we offer. And when we promote our services and our programs, we also like to promote programs and services that are available in our community. Next slide, please. And so for the 365 days of continuous support, like I said, we're a rural area, so we're a pretty close-knit community. You get to know the people that come in because they can move in right beside you and be your neighbors. Take the time. So take the time to connect with families, to reach out to them, to build that the relationship between the MFRC and our military families. It's very crucial for us. And get families involved with the planning and the implementation of our programs and services. Here's our families that come in, and they say that it was a great way to integrate themselves into a center in the community and get to know more people, to give them a voice. And I think our last slide is coming up. So yeah, thank you very much. Does anyone have any questions or comments or want to share what they do for their welcome program?
So feel free to put any questions in the chat or unmute your mic. Okay, Caroline, you have a question.
Hi, I do. For your youth package, what
Mhm.
is in it? I know you mentioned the coupon for pizza or whatnot, but what else have you got that we can kind of steal from you guys?
Well, we love sharing, so it's not stealing. So like I said, we have the pizza coupon popular. We have one of our personalized pens, and we also have earbuds because there's not too many teens that don't have an iPod. We also have a lanyard and the USB stick.
Now, what's on that USB stick, though, are programs and services specific to the youth. So if they're interested in going to the skate park, if they're interested in going to the local mall to hang out, if they're interested in some of the clubs and services, we've preloaded that all on the stick for them. So it's their one-stop shopping. Plus, they can use the stick for other things, but we try to put things on there that would be of interest to our youth besides getting pizza.
And we also have it's called a Help Wanted Employment and Education Counseling. So we have a coordinator here of employment and education, and youth can come in and she can help them with their resume and help them get like a part-time job in the community. We also have, it's called Indianapolis Valley Teens Like, and then we have a variety of programs like Kim was talking about, and these are all available on the USB stick. And then, of course, we have our welcome letter, and that sums up our youth package. All right. No problem. Thanks for asking.
We just had a quick question about what's on the memory stick. We couldn't quite hear in the background there. Could you just
okay.
what's on the USB?
Yeah. So Kim Dixon was saying that on the USB, we have a bunch of programs and services that are tailored specifically to what youth would be interested in the area. So it's, like she said, it's a one-stop shopping.
So the skate park, we have a local skate park, movie theaters, where they can go for tutoring support, libraries, of course, the essential number to the mall, things like that that would be more applicable that, as opposed to what mom and dad would be interested in. Maybe they're interested in sports, so minor hockey or joining a local team. All that information is placed on the stick for them.
Did you guys get that?
Yeah, that sounded good. And if it would be possible, Leanna, it would be great if you could take a few pictures of those items, the pizza box and the pens and those kinds of things. If you feel comfortable sharing that, you can just email it to me, and I'll upload it to the website where the recording will be, just so that people have an idea of what it looks like.
Oh yeah, sure thing. Sounds great.
Great. Okay, Hélène Cadotte-Gagnon, vous avez une question?
Oui, m'entendez-vous?
Oui.
OK. Hier, j'ai reçu un téléphone pour confirmer que les RCF wing, should I speak in English? Sorry. Yesterday I got the confirmation, and I'm going to a meeting this afternoon that RCF wings will go electronically for all the clearing in. I'm just wondering if there are other MFRCs that heard about that, and are they going to go around that, because our clearing are very important here.
We haven't heard anything. Our clearing in is still, they have to come into the center and they fill out the new arrival form, but yeah.
Okay, thank you. So if anybody get that, please share the information how you're going to do that. I'm going for a fight this afternoon, so they keep the MFRC on it.
As well, Hélène, this is Jonathan speaking here. I'll ask around here and see whether or not there was any general communication sent around, and if so, I'll send it to all the attendees here, as well as any web links. Okay, so let's move over to Kingston. So I'm just going to load up the Kingston presentation here. And we have Marie, who's going to give us an overview of how they make the MFRC a home away from home in Kingston.
Can everyone hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
All right, great. So unfortunately, I'm not at the center right now, so I didn't bring anything with me. I was sent home because I'm sick, but I still wanted to be here with you guys for this. So we can move on to the next slide.
My name is Mary. I'm the new Welcome and Information Worker here in Kingston. I've been doing this for about a month and a half. So I thought I would just talk a little bit about what I'm working on right now. So what we're trying to do here in Kingston is that we're going to try to prioritize programming using the posting cycle. So I've put up a little circle here so that you guys can see what are the steps. So there's prepare, which is basically the families they're thinking that maybe they will get posted to a specific day, so they're going to start to gather information. They might call the MFRC over there, go on websites, that type of things. After that, the moving process starts. So they're packing, loading, and traveling. I don't have anything for that step yet, unfortunately. So if you guys have any ideas, you're more than welcome to share them with me. Once they arrive, the families, the military member again will come to our center and clear in. We will offer a welcome call, so we can do that for them. They can also get a visit of our facilities if they want. After that, the connection kind of takes place. So families are looking to connect, make new friends, get connected with resources in the community. They can talk to me, or our receptionist in Kingston are also very knowledgeable of everything that's going on here in Kingston. Then the settle is the fifth step. Did I miss one? I think I'm good. Fifth step is settling. So they might be starting to prepare for school for the families who have children. Spouses might be looking for employment. We have an amazing employment worker. Her name is Megan, so she can help our families with that. Then the Thrive step, the families are more engaging in their community. So at that point, the families are not that they're kind of going on their own. They can still attend our programs, but usually at that step, we notice that some spouses are more kind of, they found friends, they have a job now, they're more busy, they settled in their little routine. And then, as we all know, if some of you guys out there are military spouses, we start all over again, and we move to the next base that the Army sent us to. Next slide, please. The second thing that I was working on was the MFRC's information sheets. I had three main reasons why I started working on that. The first one is to gather information. So I wanted to thank everyone out there who took the time to fill out the form and send it back to me. I'm compiling all the results and the programs that you guys have. Another reason I was using this sheet for was basically for families that are getting posted out. I felt that having that kind of information might be nice for the families that are posted out of Kingston to kind of have a person that I can connect them with directly in their new community. For instance, also if a family has, let's say, children with special needs, it might be a relief for them to know that, hey, you're going to that place. I know that they have a special needs inclusion worker or a special needs inclusion team for you. Then the last reason why I wanted to work on this was to share and help each other. I felt that by gathering that information, it's, for me personally, when I started working on this sheet, it was for me selfishly, if I want to put it this way, just I wanted to know who were the people that were doing the same work that I'm doing in Kingston, who are those people on other bases, so that I could communicate with them, share ideas, and then it kind of became a bigger thing. I figured I would just kind of include all the other departments as well to help everyone. We can move to the next slide, and I think it's my last slide as well. Yes, the welcome packages. Some of you already know this. Kingston is trying to go online as much as possible. So we still have hard copies of resources for families who want to come in, meet us. Sometimes they just pop in, so I don't want to just refer them to the website. I still want to connect with them. So I still have some resources and hard copies that I keep to give out to these people, but as much as possible, we're going to try to go online. I felt that by doing this, it's less work, because if I just do a welcome package online, what I'm doing, for example, if someone's looking for healthcare information, they're coming outside of Ontario, they don't know how Ontario works, they'll go on our welcome package, they'll click on healthcare card, and there will be a link directing them directly to Service Ontario, which is where they would have to go here to get their healthcare card. That way, I don't have to constantly update the information. Service Ontario is responsible for updating their information, so it's less work for me, and as well, I feel like this way the families are really getting the more updated information. So yeah, that's about what I'm working on right now. Like I said, I've been doing this for a month and a half, so I have a lot going on, but I feel like we're up to a very good start. If you guys have any questions or suggestions, go right ahead.
Okay, I believe that Julie Leblanc had a question.
Yes.
I guess my question is to either one of you at either of your centers, if you could speak to the use of CAF Connection and social media in terms of engaging your families, and perhaps some other strategies and what you're doing specifically at your centers.
Sorry, I didn't quite get that.
So just in terms of, how do you use your CAF Connection website, or how are you using social media to reach out and speak with your families, engage your families, and use that to bring them into your center?
Well, the member has to come in and clear in. So at that point, that's kind of a first face-to-face with a member of that family. They clear in. We explain to them what the welcome call is. More often than not, once we explain it to them, we notice that the member will check in the box, and he'll be like, yeah, sure, contact my spouse. She'll be happy to hear. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Greenwood, do you have thoughts on that?
Here in Greenwood, social media avenue for our families, and anytime, say if we post a job, it redirects to CAF Connection. So we refer a lot to CAF Connection.
Specifically, like just for jobs, or anything you do in social media refers back to your website?
Anything we do.
Okay.
That was just an example.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Any other comments from other MFRCs, how you use CAF Connection or social media to make families feel welcome? Feel free to unmute your mic or put your comment in the chat.
Here in Ottawa, we heavily rely on Facebook to inform our families and to welcome them through our Facebook group, and then we also access military spousal Facebook groups that have sprung up all over the city. So we have a huge catchment area and a huge amount of military families that live a huge area over the NCR. So Facebook is our friend here in the NCR.
Okay, so are there any other questions for either Greenwood or Kingston? Feel free to put that in the chat or unmute your mic. All right, so it looks like we're about done, and we're done 4 minutes ahead of time, which is great. So just to remind you, this is being recorded and will be on the website in the next week or so. And I'll make sure that any associated resources are also available on the website. Please take this opportunity to reach out to fellow MFRCs about some of their ideas. That's why I always put the emails down on the slide here, so that you can contact each other and share some of those great ideas. So this is hopefully just the beginning of the conversation. Thanks very much for Greenwood and Kingston. If you could stay on the line once we sign off, that would be great. And for the rest of you, have a great rest of the day.